Hey guys, so today I'm just gonna play some chords and I'm gonna show you some ideas as to what you can do. Let's say we're in the key of C and you want to play a progression 6, 2, 4, and a 5. So these are cool chords that you can use. Yeah, so there are many chords you can use to play this. So let's explore some different ideas. So we have this already for the 6. The right hand is playing that. The left hand is playing that. How else can we play this 6? We can open it up a bit and play it as an open chord. So we have that in the right hand. And we have this in the left hand. So we have moved from this more closed chords to something a bit more open. We can go ahead and move on to modifying some of the notes. We can do that, which is basically this in the right hand. Left hand hasn't changed, but we have modified the right hand to include these. Or you can simply play this. This is something that you'd often hear. So the right hand is playing this. The left hand is playing that. So those are some ideas that you can use. So let's move on to the 2. So this is a 2 that you can use. That's on the D minor, the right hand, the left hand. And this is pretty open, but we can open this up a bit more. So the right hand is playing this. This chord, and the left hand is doing this. You can also do that. So we have this. You can also do this. Or you could do So I'm just experimenting and trying to come up with different ideas. So this could be a cool one, moving from the 6. So this is playing the C minor 7 over the D. Right? So we have this, we have this, we have this, we have this. So we're opening up the chord, and let's now move on to the 4. So this is a nice 4, a common 4 that you can use, regular. So the right hand has this, and the left hand has that. So what else can we do with this 4? We can do that to the 4, which is basically playing a C over the 4 again. C major 7 over the 4. And the left hand is doing this. So we have the C in it, we have the C major 7, also we have the G9, well, a part of the G9. You could do this. we're still on the 4. We could do that. So guys, you just have to choose which one you prefer, which one resonates most with you, which one you'd like to use in your chords, in your progressions. So I'm doing all of this to show you that there are so many ways to play a chord. You don't have to play the basic 4 or the basic major 7. There are so many ways to play the chord to make it a bit more interesting. Right? So let's move on to the 5. So this is a common 5 that you hear today with this dissonant note here. So it's not a regular 5 like this. It sounds as if it wants to resolve somewhere. So usually you would expect this note, if you hear this, you don't want to expect that this note would resolve to here. But in this chord, the chord is resolved and also not resolved. Because why I say that? We have the unresolved note and also we have the resolved note. So it's at the same time resolved and not resolved. So that's how you get that sound. It's dissonance. So let's expand on this 5. So that's the right hand, that's the left hand. You can play that for the 5 as well. C major 7, right hand, right? We can do that. Right hand, left hand. We can move this note a tone up and you get that. So guys, sometimes all it takes is a simple movement of a note to totally transform a chord, because we move the note from D here. That's one sound. You can also change this sound by moving it a tone up. And see how we moved this from the G to the B, and we get a different sound. The sounds are becoming more interesting. So typically that's what I do to create chords. I basically experiment. I often preach about experimenting, moving notes around and getting different ideas. You don't have to play the regular 5. There are so many ways to play a chord. Even if you take this up to the higher octave, it totally transforms it. Right? So I think we covered all of the chords. We could go to the flat 7. So normally you'd play this for the flat 7. R. We can open it up. And again, I'm just playing with different notes. So this is the G, this is the A, and guys, you have to work on practicing your hands to stretch. So you have to spend time and just experimenting, play a chord and see how you can make it your own. You can play the flat 7 like this. right? You can do that, right? And let's see, from here we can go to the minor 5. You would play that, right? So we're here. Let's go to the minor 5. So that's one way. Right? So back to this chord, I can simply make this chord sound a bit more interesting again by moving notes around. So let's say this F in the chord, I move it, let's just experiment random. Let's try to go up a semitone. So let's say you hear this. You have to think about, if you like, do you like that sound? It's a crazy sound, but may not be what you want. So let's move it down. And that's a cooler sound. So what I'm doing now is octaving the note that I moved. So I moved from F to the E. So I'm just playing the octave. So in this chord, I move from the F to the E as well. And I get that sound. Right? And you can make this a bit more interesting by doing this. So this is the chord we want to land on. But what we can do is find notes in the chord that we can slide from a semitone up, slide it from a semitone down, right? Up. So in this case, we took the E, we can slide from the E flat to the E. That's cool. You can slide one note, but who says you have to stop there? You can also find another note. It would be more challenging to slide from the B to the C. That would be kind of tough. But similarly as how we can slide from the E flat to the E, we can also slide from the A flat to the A. Right? So that is some ideas that you can use. So let's say we want to go to the 3, using the 3 as a passing chord to get back to the 4. So we are here, and you want to go to the 3 you'd normally play, right? Basic 3. So what else can we do? We can play that as a 3. And you're saying, how is this a 3? This is a major 7 chord. But there are so many ways. You have to basically be thinking outside of the box. The 3 is part of this chord. So I'm looking at it from that way. We have the major. So the 3 is a part of it. The E. So that chord could be used. But normally I don't think about it from that theoretical perspective. How I normally create chords is basically trial and error. What sounds good to me. So I'm not following any theoretical rules, any theoretical musical rules. I'm just playing based on what sounds good. I'm experimenting. Right? So we have that as a 3. And we can play that right hand. So this chord, I find this chord as being very cool if you can play it with your one hand. Because what this chord is this, but you're able to play the bass note, which gives it context. So this could be like a passing chord. Let's say you want to go to the 4. But if you can play it with your one hand, it's very cool because it now frees up your right hand to do more. Right? So it's basically a slide from the A to the B flat, A to the G, so guys, there are no limits as to what you can play. Don't allow others or your mind to become limited. Don't allow others to limit you and tell you what you can play and what you can't play. Music is all about expression, is all about creativity. So spend time and just work out. Don't be afraid to play chords that make no sense. It's all about experimenting. Because a lot of times I'm just creating chords and I'm finding chords that I like, chords that I don't like. For example, if I'm playing this chord and I play, this may not be a chord that I want to play, but throughout experimenting and keep on moving notes around, I might end up playing this chord. And this is on the 4. So what is cool about it is that even if you find this chord sounds as if it could be a passing chord to take me to the 4. So I could assume that this is a 1 and we're in the key of F. So if we're playing a 6, 7, 1, we can go to the 4, which is B flat. So guys, you just experiment and create your own sound.